purpose. Ideate, innovate, enable.
The National Stock Exchange of India has been actively involved with initiatives to educate the young generation of our country on the importance of financial management. One such initiative is Nse Fq that focuses on educating and advising the young workforce of the country on wealth management to enhance financial literacy and to empower them.
Insurance is for protection and investment is for growth.
Another program facilitated by NSE IPFT is NSE Financial Quest. This inter-school financial quiz contest goes an extra mile by educating the young students on fundamentals of finance.
On the buzzer, what is this? It's the formula for the simple interest. Simple interest is the right answer.
Under the NSE Financial Quest Base Camps banner, the program engages students around the year through workshops on various topics, projects, interactive videos and quizzes.
DiCaprio is bouncing checks of Pan Am.
Plus 75 on that. Plus 75.
To facilitate these two programs, NSE along with CNBC TV18 has travelled across the country to bridge the wide knowledge gap in terms of finance. In this episode of Nse Fq, we are all set to achieve our objective once again by gauging young minds in a new city.
Hello and a warm welcome to each and every one of you. You're here with us today at NSE's Financial Quest, Season 6. On CNBC TV 18, this is Big Brain, your host. And with me here today are 5 outstanding teams from across the length and breadth of this nation. It's an initiative that started 6 years ago from the National Stock Exchange, and you quite can't expect a more premier body than the National Stock Exchange of our country to come forward with an idea for investor education for children. With us here today are 5 outstanding teams, all of them champions from their respective city rounds that you have witnessed over the past many weeks. Let me first introduce them to you and then we move on to this battle here today. Those then are 5 finalists. Time to ring the opening bell. Here it comes. Before we get to the opening bell, a quick word on the format. You will get basic scores in the form of either a stag, a bear, or a bull. And you've played that in the past. 50, 75, and 100 is your base scores on which you will play. You can invest your answer before you answer the question by an incremental value of a fixed deposit, a mutual fund, or a stock market. If you were to invest in a fixed deposit and you get a 50, you get a 10% on the 50 if you get it right, a 15% on a mutual fund, and a 20% if you invest in the stock market. The negative corresponds to the value that you play. It's not mandatory for you to invest in any of these 3. It's only if you are absolutely sure. It's your discretion, your decision making. If you are ready, on your screen, questions with a little bit of help on the opening bell, just to get you moving. And the first one coming up is of the value of a bear. So it's a 75. Question on your screen. Here we go. It was the first bank in India to sell masala bonds. They have gone for it without taking a cue on a flash. Go ahead.
HDFC?
He's not playing an investment on that, so he's playing it at the base value, which is a 75 in the case of this question. And from Dehradun, they're giving it a shot. Your answer?
HDFC?
HDFC will get you a 75. Well, that's the first good answer coming up. And a 75 on the next one. Playing on a bear again. On your screen. Careful. Here we go. The first executive from corporate India to get what is called a DIN number, which is Director Identification Number, and the number given to him was 001, was which well-known Indian personality? The value remains the same at 75. I'm going to help you with a clue on your screen. Here it comes. There are 2 T's in the answer, and the girls are taking a shot from St. Soldiers, Chandigarh. Go ahead.
Sir, is it Ratan Tata?
75. Beautiful. Well worked out. Ratan Tata got India's first ever Director Identification Number. As we go to the next one, it's another bear coming on your screens. Now, a neighboring country of India advocates in a philosophy called cross-national happiness. Who are we talking about?
Sir, I would like to invest in stock market.
You want to invest in the stock market with this? Oh, he's going to play an incremental on a 75. And on the stock market, what's your answer?
Bhutan.
Super. Oh, put your hands together for them. They'll get that absolutely right. And a 75 becomes a 90. Well played. Here's the next one. And here it comes on your screen. Now, an agreement of dash is defined as something which constitutes conditions that include an amount at which a property will be transferred by a seller to a buyer. 75 and Dehradun on their turn. Yes.
We would like to invest on stock market.
You're also playing a stock market which will either give you a 90 or a minus 90. Go ahead.
Sale.
It's an agreement of sale which determines property transfer from a seller to a buyer. Plus 90. Oh, Dehradun are playing it well. Young school children looking rather comfortable in the world of investment and stocks. Another bear. Now, dash turnover ratio is a ratio between the value of a company's sales or revenues and the value of its assets. What is this word? The dash turnover ratio.
Asset.
They don't want to invest anywhere. They don't want to take a chance. They want to play at a 75. An asset turnover ratio gives you the equation between the company's sales and revenues versus value of the asset. I must be honest, even when I was doing my management studies, I quite did not know these. India school children do. Put your hands together for them. A lovely one. Oh, they got a cracker of an answer. At this stage, we need to take a very quick break. When we come back on the other side, we'll tell you where the teams stand. 5 outstanding teams on stage. Dehradun with their head in front. We'll tell you what happens, but we'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the 6th season of NSE's Financial Quest. 5 fantastic teams from Patna, Chandigarh, Dehradun, Visakhapatnam and Aligarh battling for a place in the national finale of this quiz. But before we go anywhere, let's take a look at where the teams stand. For the moment, we're going to move into the second frontier of our battle here today. Time to do some serious trading. Here it comes. Here's the first one coming. And the value is a bear. Hands on that buzzer. Here we go. The government of Chhattisgarh and its Directorate of Geology and Mining recently auctioned the Bagmara mines. This was the first ever auction of what kind of a mine in India? Chhattisgarh. Well, alright. Dehradun are willing to take half chances. I think it is a half chance. But are they investing? They're on 240.
No, we don't.
You're not investing, so you're playing at the value of a 75. And your answer?
Gold mine.
They're very clever. When they're not sure, they don't invest. And when they're sure, they're investing, which is good investing practice nonetheless. 75. Yes, says Dehradun. As we go to the next one, the hand remains on the buzzer. Oh, it's another bull coming your way. So these are high values in the trading segment. On your screen, identify, here it comes, the author. They've gone for it in a flash. Oh my God, at 100.
We would like to invest in the stock market.
At 100. Oh, this is a high value investment. At 100, he's taking an investment in the stock market. Go ahead.
Benjamin Graham.
Dehradun are going to be difficult to beat. Outstanding. Oh, they got a cracker on that. It takes them to 435. Here's the next one. Just to bring a little bit of calm, a stag comes in between. So it's a 50 if someone wants to take a chance. On your screen, here we go. This bank emerged out of a merger between the Algemeen Bank of Netherlands and the Amsterdamse and Rotterdamse Bank. How do we know this bank? Very workable from the question, which is why it's just a 50-pointer. Dehradun are going to go for everything, I think. Yes.
Base value.
Base value. So you're playing at a 50. Go on.
Deutsche Bank.
The Deutsche Bank will give you a minus 50. Well, you knock back there to 385. The answer was right there on your screens if you read it carefully. ABN AMRO. Well, here's the next one. And what do we have? We've got a bear on your screen. These are shares of a company that are given to people for a lot of effort or work that they put in. How do we know this kind of equity that you would get in a company? Equity that is given for hard work. Dehradun are not giving up. And this time around it's a bear, so 75. Go on.
Sweat equity.
Lovely. Not investing, but getting that 75. And we're going for a next one. And this is a bull. From this visual, tell me the name of a National Stock Exchange listed company.
He is Mr. Vishal Sikka. Infosys.
Superb answer. Put your hands together for them. Well cracked. Vishal Sikka, Infosys, absolutely well cracked. As we move to the next one, and we're right there midway. So you actually can do what they've done so far. But the next one coming up is a stag on your screen now. If it's Arun Jaitley now in India, who was the first? On table number 5, they've gone for it. It's Delhi Public School from Aligarh. I think they'll all start investing now. Yes, it's a stag.
I want to invest in stock market.
You want to go for the stock market. Everyone has to play it big, I think, to chase them down. Go ahead.
Arun Jaitley is the finance minister, and the first finance minister was R.K. Shanmugam Shetty.
Beautiful answer. Oh, very, very well answered. And here is the next one. They're playing a good investment there as well. A bear coming up on your screen. Question now. Originally, it was the sketch of a lion along with a palm tree. They decided that the lion should be replaced with the national animal of India. What design am I describing here? What's the value that you're playing here on a bear?
You want to invest in the stock market?
Everyone likes the stock market in schools. That's nice. Well,
Sir, this is the RBI logo.
beautiful. Oh, Soldiers School, Chandigarh have moved to 165. The logo of the Reserve Bank of India. And the final one in this segment, let's see the value that's coming up. Oh, it's a bull on your screen. Identify this National Stock Exchange listed company from its chairman. Extraordinary gentleman in India. He's going for it and he's taken a risk as Dehradun. Are you investing?
Base value.
Base value of a bull. He's playing it at 100. Go ahead.
ITC.
ITC will get you your points on that scorecard. Beautiful quizzing. Dehradun taking the risk and scoring just when it mattered. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching an outstanding first semi-final of National Stock Exchange's Financial Quest. At this stage, we need to take a very quick break. On the other side, the final frontier and one team that goes into the national final. We'll tell you first where the teams stand, but all of that in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching an absolutely riveting financial quest from the National Stock Exchange. Outstanding quizzing here. Here's why I make that statement. Look at the scoreboard. It tells you the story. As we move to the final frontier, time for the teams to make a settlement. Here it comes. On settlement, let's see what's the first one. Okay, we've got a bull coming, so you got a 100-pointer and you can invest. On your screen, here's your question. The English word originally comes from a tree under which a community would sit and perform their trade activities. What word am I describing? I'm sure they're going to invest something. Chandigarh.
We want to invest in the stock market.
Everyone is bullish in this semi-final. Go ahead.
Sir, this is banyan.
This is banyan tree, okay?
This was after the Banya community, which were used to trade under the banyan trees. So that is why they named it banyan.
The Banya community would sit under banyan trees.
And trade.
And therefore, the word Banyas and banyan trees.
Yes.
Beautiful. Very, very good quizzing at a school level. On the next one, we've got a bull at 100. And on your screen, here we go. This word traces its origins to a Latin word which means help, aid, assistance, or reinforcement. Typically, it's a kind of help that government would give to bring. They are taking chances. Chandigarh will probably invest. It's 100, and if they invest, it's going to be a big answer. They're on 285. What are you investing, girls? No choice, actually. Yes?
Sir, we'll play it at base value.
They're playing it carefully now. Okay, we've got a few questions left. Okay.
Grant. Grant. G-R-A-N-T.
A grant. Well, clever to not play too much, but that'll give you a negative. Well, it's so common in the world, especially in a country like India. The Latin word is subsidum, and in India it is so popularly known as subsidy. Every budget would have this word which says, well, the government has announced a subsidy in this area. Here's the next one. And we got a bear coming up at a 75 on your screens now. In the context of mutual funds in India, what is AMFI? It's an important body. Girls, I think, are going to go for it. Are they? Very workable question. They are taking their chances at 185 on a bear. Are they investing?
No, sir.
No investment, okay?
Association of Mutual Funds of India.
Why would you not invest? Perfect! Oh, well, 2 questions still to go. The game is still tantalizingly close. As we go to the next one, on your screen, we've got a bull coming up. And question on your screen. Here we go. This is a famous gentleman, an Indian engineer, who also gave India a very important bank, named after the famous city of Mysore. Who is this great Indian engineer, a Bharat Ratna recipient? All right, on table number 1, Delhi Public School. Are you investing on that?
No, sir.
You're not investing? Okay.
Vishveshwaraya.
Sir M. Vishveshwaraya. Perfect. And we move to the next one. the last question on our segment here today as we go to a bear. On your screen, here we go. Which famous company listed on the National Stock Exchange is named after these two great men and is a giant in the world of construction? Dehradun are playing it on a bear. Go ahead.
L&T.
L&T. It's actually named after the two of them, and their names are Larsen and Tubro. Well, Dehradun have certainly done their homework and have done exceedingly well in the first semi-final. We'll take a look at where the teams stand here today. What a semi-final. It sets the pace and the pressure for the remaining semi-finals that you're going to watch over the next couple of weeks. Over the next couple of weeks, you're going to witness two more semi-finals. And that's going to lead us into the national finale of this quiz. Well, I'll allow you to digest that 735 while I do that over the next week. We'll see you a week from now with the next semi-final from NSE's Financial Quest. You were with me, Pig Brain, on CNBC TV 18, and we're truly delighted to bring this to you as much as you, we hope, have enjoyed watching this one. Till we come back to you a week from now, good afternoon and goodbye.
Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.